Hey everybody, ScooterMike the Charter Pilot with you. Hope everybody's having a good day. It is a lovely day for riding here. It's about 65 degrees. I'm actually a little bit on the warm side. I wore warmer gear because it was a little bit chilly this morning, but now I'm almost hot. But that's okay. If I need to take a couple layers off at some point, I will. So the goal for today is to figure out and see how the Burgman 400 does on the highway. As I may have mentioned before, I'm not really a fan of highway riding on two wheels. Especially in this city, the highways are crazy. There are certain highways I'm just not going to ride on. But the one I'm going to choose today, I'm going to ride just for a little while because it gives me a more of a direct route to where I'm headed today, and it's called the Beltway, and it's not too bad. I drive it all the time in the car. I've not done it on the Burgman, but we're going to find out today how she does in highway driving. The other goal for today is I'm going to go take a look at some Can-Ams. I kind of like to have the Can-Am that I'd like to get for our family trips. I kind of like to have that by no later than end of the year, so that when spring comes, we're ready to go. Alan and I agreed on a new motorcycle for him. I have put a deposit on that, and we're waiting for that arrival. I will leave that for now. Let's leave it as a surprise, and we'll show you all what we ended up getting. Oh wow, this turned into a really nice day. Haven't been out on the bike in about a week, and I'm kind of missing it. I was kind of missing it. It's really nice to be back out again. For those of you that ride, you get it, you know, after oh, okay, I guess you're just going to come on out. I guess we don't matter. That's the stuff you got to be looking for all the time. Always be looking. Every time I see a car coming to an intersection, I take a look and say, is that guy going to stop? Is that lady going to stop? Do they see me? And oftentimes they don't, unfortunately. So we're nearing the Beltway. That's the Beltway up ahead there. As I said, I'm not really a fan of this, but I wouldn't say I have a phobia. Well, maybe I would say I have a phobia. I don't know. I don't really enjoy it, but we're going to give it a shot. I think the best way to get over fear and anxiety is just to face it head on. Which is actually what I tell my wife all the time. So we're going to jump on here. I really won't be on for very long. Yeah, I see bikes up and down the highway all the time, and I think, well, if they can do it, I should be able to do it too. .400cc is not a huge bike, but it should do fine at highway speeds. I've had it to highway speeds on city streets, and she does pretty good. But we'll see now how she does on the actual highway. I got a toll tag for it a few days ago, so we're all good to go. Here we go, ready or not. Alright, so we're up to 65. She's doing fine. I'm doing fine. We're up to look like 75 now. She's doing fine. Not really struggling. A little over 7,000 RPM, 75 miles per hour. Feels stable, feels good. Move over one more lane. And let's just see if she can do, if she got any more in her. Alright, now we got 80, 85. It's like about 85 seems to be about max. There might be just a little bit more in her. But that's pretty good at this speed. Now that I'm out here, that little anxiety I had in my stomach, it's gone. I'm feeling all right. I still say the highway is not my preferred method of travel on a bike. Not really my cup of tea, but I'm all right. But we're keeping up with the pace of the traffic, which is, I think, most important. I don't seem to be a conflict out here. It feels pretty comfortable at 75. It's a little bit windy, but it's not too bad. Saw a bike pass going the other way. It'd probably be a little more comfortable for me if I would just relax. I have to admit, I'm a little bit tense, a little bit on edge. Kind of reminds me of when I was teaching my wife to drive. She's from the Philippines. She'd never driven an automobile before, and getting out on the highway used to make her so nervous. She would just grip that wheel like for dear life. Now I get it. I have a bit of that anxiety. I need to just kind of relax a little bit, enjoy the ride. This little crack in the highway is, I'm finding it to be a bit annoying. But this is definitely a first for me. I had it on the highway, oh, I don't know, for a couple of exits, and then I didn't like it. I got right back off. This is definitely the longest I've been on the highway. I suppose I could pass this truck. Let's do it. Passing a truck and a scooter. There's a lot of people out there that don't even know that scooters can do this. When they think of scooter, they think of a small CC Vespa type bike. But what are we doing? We're doing 75 now. She does have more left in her. Not a lot more left in her. There's 80. I'm going to say probably 85 is probably about max. I hate this crack in the road. So I'm kind of excited to look at these Can-Ams. There's actually another reason I wanted a Can-Am. One was because I wanted something my wife would feel comfortable riding. and she thinks she's going to be fine with it. The other is, actually I'll finish that story once I get off the highway. So the highway coming up is known as I-45 here in Houston. For those of you that know Houston, it's kind of whack. So I'm going to, so that I get a clear lane here, I'm going to get off, and we'll take the feeder down 45, because I'm not really feeling like I want to be on I-45 in a scooter. Not just a scooter, any two-wheel bike for that matter. So we'll go ahead and exit here. Okay, so mission accomplished. I faced my fear of the interstate. I like to try to stay out of people's blind spots. So I think I was talking about Can-Am. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going to see a few Can-Ams. There's another reason. The first reason I wanted to get one, as I mentioned before, was I wanted something we could take on trips that my wife would feel comfortable riding, so she could put our youngest one on the back, and then Alan ride his bike and I'll ride this one. The other reason I wanted a Can-Am is I'm not particularly fond of riding with my wife. I mean, I love hanging out with my wife, but I'm not really fond of having a passenger on the back. It's fine when we're moving, but when I'm at a stoplight, I feel the weight, and I'm nervous that I'm going to fall with her on the bike. It's not that, I mean, if I fall with myself, you know, I mean, I've got gear on. It's not going to be, you know, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I'm concerned of having a fall with her on the back. So consequently, I don't really enjoy doing long rides with her. So I think the Can-Am will alleviate that, because I want us to all enjoy these bikes together as a family. So I don't know. I will update you after we go look at some Can-Ams. So I'll probably stop and grab a drink of water, and I'll check back in with you all later. Take care. See ya. Bye.